Hello everyone, this is Prashant, welcome to the channel. So in last video I taught you all the weight statements like normal weight, implicit weight, explicit, fluent, everything, right? So in this class, especially I'm going to tell about locators and XPath. So I already covered this in Python Selenium. If anyone want to know the XPath or locators, you can see the Python series as well. That is related to the website. Today I'm going to cover entirely related to the mobile with the Lambda use. Okay. So like how Lambda is making easiest for us. So I'm going to launch with the new start. So I'm going to install our app and I'm select the Galaxy 24 with the 14 version. Okay. So right now it will device will set up and it will install the app for us. And you guys know we want to click on the right side corner of UI inspector. So this will open the inspector window. Okay. Let's as usual. So I'm skipping here. I'm going to some new window, fresh window. That we can do the testing. Okay. So see, this is a. I'm refreshing this window as well. I will show the, and I'm maximizing this. This is a login screen. Everyone knows. Okay. So when I click on this email, so this is the email field. Okay. So our normal locators, you know, what are the normal locators like ID, name, class name, accessibility ID. This accessibility ID is for iOS. Resource ID is for Android. Somewhere I will ask you an interview. Okay. So what like how to what is the difference in which locator you will see Android. So resource ID is the main thing in for Android. Accessibility ID is mainly for iOS. That one you want to be very clear in the interview as well. Okay. So mostly the resource ID is always unique. Even the accessibility ID also in iOS is very unique. If I suppose how I'm saying this means when I copy this ID and pasting here, see this 1 of 1 in this location. That means this is the only ID which is common and unique. Nowhere else they use it. The same thing if I'm copying the class. See clearly, I'm copying the class. Okay, I'm pasting the class here. See here it's 1 of 2. That means it has been 2 places. What are the places? When I click on this email, it is highlighting the email. When I click on enter inside the box, see this? The password also has the same class name. That means it's not a unique. So mostly that's why I say always ID is a unique. Okay. But the problem it is we won't get the ID in every places. So that you want to understand. Okay. So next one is we have a text. Okay. Text also one is useful. When I'm selecting a text, I'm seeing here. Okay. I'm pasting here. See it's password also. See this why it's 1 of 2 because this place also password is the word, and if we see the below we can see the highlight. Forgot password also has the word called password. So that's the problem of text. So text also you cannot depend every time the text is all common, because if we see the login word in the top as well as the login button. So text also some places it's unique, but you don't depend on text as well. Only resource ID is always like dependable and more trustable. Otherwise, what is the second option I have? Suppose I don't have a resource ID, means there are only XPath place. XPath is very important one in our day-to-day life. You cannot use all the strategies, I agree, but just know all the strategies in the XPath. Whenever you have a tough situation, the complexly the dynamic locator is coming, means that time you want to use XPath various combination strategies. So I'm going to tell you a few things today. Okay, let's start with the class name. See here, I'm starting the class name. Before that, you want to know what is XPath. So XPath is a traveling. So what's the traveling? Suppose I'm in Chennai. I want to go to Delhi, but there is no direct flight to Delhi. Means what I can do? I will from Chennai I will go to Hyderabad or Bangalore. From there I move to Delhi. That means from one place I'm pointing to another place. And from another place I'm going traveling to another place. That means traveling. XPath is a traveling. So there are 2 kinds of XPath. One is absolute, and one is relative. Absolute you skip it. You don't want to learn. You want never going to use it. Never use it also. It's not dependable always. The main thing is relative XPath. The syntax of the relative XPath is I'm going to type that. The syntax of that means / tag name equal to at attribute name equal to in single quote attribute value. Okay. So I am showing the example here. Don't need to worry. See this is the class name. The class is the attribute. Android widget.textView is the value. I'm copying this. See here exactly. I'm putting double slash, but here there is no tag name. That means you can put star square bracket at class. Class is the attribute I told you, equal to single quote attribute value is this one. See here is there are three places. We have the same what class value. The same class name value is everywhere. Okay, you want to understand. Okay, that means this is the way it will define, like because when I'm using this class text edit, not this one, edit text value, I copied the wrong one. See this, two places, both email and password. See this, both are highlighting, right? Both the text box are having the same class name. Okay, so here I'm going to tell you for the first the not a recommended one, but we can use it, called indexing. So what I'm doing, I'm making this entire XPath in a circular bracket, and in that I'm going to give a square bracket. If I give 1 means it will go to the email. If I change to 2 means, see this, it's highlighting the password. So this is the indexing one. This is the main one. So first one is attribute one, like at attribute and attribute value. Second one is I'm teaching you index. What is the index means? Index starts with 1 and 2, 3, 4. So that you want to give a circular bracket, then you can use it. I'm speaking in terms of mobile, and no one is don't confuse with the web and this one. Okay, so that there it has so many changes. Here also we have small changes there. Okay, next that one. Next one, text. Suppose I want to say text means simply copy the text at text. See here at text. What is the text value? Password. Copy this, paste it under the single quotation and remove this text. See this text. So this is the use of XPath. Even though last time when I use a password, what has happened? It showed through there are two passwords, but right now I'm mentioning, sir, this time is not a text. I need only the password. Okay. So nice. That is the next option. Okay. Third one is very important. I love all this. This one. It's called contains. Contains means, take an example. This is the resource ID I'm doing. You can just note it down. Resource ID. The value of the resource ID is, this is the resource ID value. I am pasting it. Okay, it's one of one. We know resource ID is always unique. But see this, how much lengthier it is, right? If you write this kind of lengthier things, means the code will looks bigger. So how to shorten this? How to make this smarter? Like means we need to bring the contains method. Contains. See here, contains circular bracket at resource ID, comma, because this is a method. Contains a method. It's a two properties. One is attribute. Another property is the value. Okay, at resource ID. Okay, and before that I should have star and everything. Okay, and in this place I want to put circular bracket because it's a contains method. Okay, now it's one of one. We got no, it's one of one. Okay, but I don't want this bigger one. So what I will do, I will remove this initial part because it's common everywhere, right? See this, even though I removed it, still I'm getting one of one. It is highlighting the right location, means that's the contains power. So contains always help us to keep the very shorter. Okay, even if I remove ID also it works because there is no other resource ID which is contains password. Okay, tomorrow I will change. Tomorrow they changing the initial portion like Com Studio. They are modifying to some other also. I still works. Okay, contains will works. So contains will work on this dynamic XPath. So what is dynamic means? Suppose telling on web element, Prashant is common, but after the Prashant, all the numbers are changed every time dynamically. So how we will create a XPath for that? Because the numbers are always unique or non-changeable, a dynamic one. One means you cannot give a number. Only possibility you can give a Prashant because that is the word is always there. Okay, so there you can only trust on contains. That's why it says content is the most important one. It's too good and it's really helpful for in so many places. Okay, that's called contains. Okay, and resource ID, and we saw the ID XPath. Name always won't be available every time. I agree. Class name is available every time. Text also we studied. So these are the basic things you want to know. One is resource ID for Android, accessibility ID for iOS. XPath is common for both things. Okay, and in the XPath we studied the relative XPath, double slash star square bracket at attribute equal to so and so. This is another form. This is contains. Last time we studied about the using attribute. This is using contains. Okay, and index I told you like how to we need to give the indexing. The indexing also not recommended well, but some places works. Okay, and today evening I'm planning, one of the guy asked me like previously I done one video in Redbus with the older web table format. Right now the web table of the calendar, if you know what is Redbus mean, it's a bus booking, travel booking app. In the tab the date column, right, selection of a date, that has been different in website. So I'm going to create a one automation for the latest change that is too complex. Too complex means if you click on that means that table will disappear. You cannot find that entire XPath. So I'm going to do that video and I will post it in today's evening. Okay. So like how to handle that situation, like that kind of web table, and how to select a correct date something means. Those things I will explain today. So if you like the video, please and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and in the next video I'm going to do the text field button, radio button, checkbox and drop downs in mobile app. Okay, so thanks for watching. Anything you want to improvise in the app, I will do it. Okay, so and I didn't do any editings. I will directly posting what I done in direct like in laptop. Same you also try, because that's the way the practically you can learn it. If you face any issues, please put me in the comment, I will help you.